Creatures. Let's talk about AEW Dynasty. I typically do not talk about the pre-show matches because you can just go ahead and see that on YouTube. However, I did want to talk about how we had trios match for the pre-show. We had Top Flight teaming up with AR Fox to go against Nick Wayne and Leo Rush and Action Andretti. This was definitely one of the best matches of the night. I will actually say this is my second favorite match of the night. These young guys need more time on pay-per-views, more time in front of the camera, on Dynamite, Collision, Ring of Honor, whatever the hell it is. And when these guys come out there and do what they do in the ring, the crowd went absolutely crazy for them. The way these people were cheering for fucking AR Fox was insane because they recognize the talent. This is why we can't stop prioritizing the same motherfucking people all the time, all year round, while these other guys just get lost in the shuffle while they're doing these amazing things in the ring. The heel team did end up taking a win, but this was definitely my second favorite match of the night. After this, Max Caster little open challenge thing, it turned out to be Anthony Bowens. Anthony Bowens went in there and beat Max Caster with, like, I don't know, 6 moves or something like that. Max Caster defended himself 0 times, which I felt like they should have never did that. Max Caster, sure, he was like a chump with everybody else in this open challenge, but when it came to him seeing that it was Anthony Bowens who came out with the new music and daddy ass and the new crop top show my nipples type of shirt he was wearing, it should have lit a fire up his ass to be like, oh hell no, I'm winning this one. I might have lost everything else, but I'm not losing to my ex-tag team partner that should not be no way, shape, or form better than me. He did not even touch Anthony Bowens whatsoever. And you know what? As much as I really don't care for Max Caster, they should have never booked it that way. Main card. Men's Owen Hart Cup Tournament first round match. Ospreay, Kevin Knight, they tore it up. They really did. But this was predictable. Too predictable. Will Ospreay ends up taking the win. The tag team championship match. Hurt Syndicate versus Big Bill and Brian Keith. I thought this match was decent. And I was just thinking, MJF, for whatever reason, MJF is going to help, even though they don't need MJF's help. No, I did think Big Bill and Brian, they actually look good. And for the first time, I'm seeing them in a match, and I was just like, they actually kind of complement each other as a team. However, when Big Bill was outside the ring, Bobby did something to him, and Big Bill kind of throws himself towards the barricade, and here comes MJF in the crowd, popping up out of nowhere with a dynamite ring and punches Big Bill in the face. That doesn't necessarily help them win, but Shelton realized what happened and he doesn't seem happy about it. Bobby doesn't seem happy about it. They seem angry about it, and then they took their anger towards Brian Keith to take the win. We knew there was retaining, but MJF actually didn't need to do anything to prove himself. That didn't even help them win, honestly. And for me, I was just like, Hurt Syndicate, we hurt people. The way the crowd was singing that music, that song is over as hell. And with that being the case, we did not need MJF helping. After this, another Owen Hart Cup match, but for the ladies, the only one that they have for the ladies, Mercedes versus Julia Hart. I did like this match, but I do feel like watching this made me feel like, okay, Mercedes is in one league and Julia's in another. Julia missed a lot of time during injury, and you know, with her previously holding the TBS title, all that time that she was gone, she would have benefited from, at least, even if she wasn't champion, still being in the ring. But overall, I think she looked great. Her presence was amazing. But CEO, Lord have mercy, everything she does is damn near flawless. And obviously, she's going to end up taking the win in her gear. Absolutely amazing. I'm not 100% sure, but GM on the live stream said that her gear was it's like flames, and it's a reference to Bam Bam Bigelow, which doesn't seem far-fetched, and it just looked absolutely amazing. After this, Death Riders going against Rated FTR, and a pretty good trios match. When I tell you, they were in Philadelphia, Willa Yuta's from Philadelphia, they booed Willa Yuta till they couldn't boo no more. I could not believe the disrespect from this crowd with how they treated Wheeler Yuta. We are not going back to Philadelphia. There can't be. There can't be a reason why we go back over there. Couldn't believe it. Like, did they really boo Claudio or Pac? They're just like, well, whatever. But they booed the hell out of Wheeler Yuta. But Wheeler Yuta was the one that ended up helping them retain the trios titles. Now, I wasn't mad about that. However, after the match, when it seemed like Rated FTR was just going to hug it out and say, hey, better luck next time, buddy. Dax attacks Uncle Adam, and Cash Wheeler just looked like, no, don't do it, don't do it. But then he gets in the attack too and hit him with a shadow machine. They both of them hit him with shadow machine, and they start attacking him. And I think they gave him like 3 concertos after that. The whole time I was just like, oh, okay, so Adam don't got no friends back there. Nobody's gonna come back there and help. When the doctors came out with the stretcher and everything, they came with a neck brace, and Cash Wheeler put the neck brace on, and he pretended he was hurt, and he laid on the stretcher. I don't know why, but that was funny to me. And Adam is just laying there, and they end up getting the medical team to come and get him or whatever. Where are things going for Adam Copeland? I don't know. People are already speculating that because this happened with FTR, that they're going to start something with Adam Copeland and our stepdaddy Christian, which honestly, I do want to see them have one more run before they call it quits. I just don't know if that fits what's going on right now. Maybe Adam Copeland takes a little bit of time off. I'm not 100% sure. After this, we do get our champion, Toni Storm, going against Megan Bayne. Toni Storm with the Rocky look and the little vignette she did before the match and everything. It was cute. It was cute, really cute. And even what's his name? Luther dressed up as well. Megan looks amazing. Penelope came on out there, and the minute I saw Penelope actually walk down to the ring, I was just like, all right, it's going to be some foolishness. And she does get involved, and it took Luther to literally pick her up and take her to the back, because we can't take any more distractions. While I enjoyed this match, I was also seeing other people and myself kind of thinking maybe we were expecting a little bit more from Megan. I didn't think Megan was going to win, but I don't know, maybe I was expecting things to be more challenging for Toni Storm. Toni Storm ends up taking the win with a roll-up. I hate roll-ups. But in this case, with her hitting a roll-up, the champion hitting a roll-up, it made it seem like she was desperate to make sure she retains the title. And I don't know if that leaves the door open for a championship. But to be honest, I don't think that they gave exactly what I was hoping for. But either way, our girl retains. What's next? Whoever wins this tournament here, that's what's next. Maybe her next challenge. Well, no, we still got Double or Nothing in May. After this, Kyle Fletcher versus Pastor Briscoe for the millionth time. Kyle Fletcher was wearing decked out in pink. Everything he wore was pink. And I actually liked that. I thought it was cute. He was really doing it with this look. We've seen them wrestle a million times together in the past few months. So for me, it was just like, yeah, look at them. They're doing really great. But it was just like, I've seen it a little bit too much recently. Kyle Fletcher ends up taking the win. This guy is $1 million. He's already $1 million. I would be investing every penny I have on Kyle Fletcher. Like, he is so fucking promising. But I don't see him making it to the end of the Owen Hart Cup. Now, someone had said earlier, Jeff Jarrett had said during the pre-show that he thinks it's going to be Kyle Fletcher versus William to be at the finals of the Owen Hart Cup. And please, let's not do that again. After this, the Ring of Honor World Championship. Every time a match came on, we're just like, when the fuck Chris Jericho match coming on? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about this. Chris Jericho versus Bandito, match versus title. I didn't care about the match. I guess other people was feeling the same way. People don't necessarily care too much about the Ring of Honor title itself. Let's just be real. It's just me and a couple of us that are watching Ring of Honor. Everybody else, we don't care. It's the fact that people don't like Chris Jericho at all, and we kind of just wish that he would go away. That's the only reason why there was even any noise with this at all. Now, Bandito's been out for quite some time, and I do feel like it would have been nice to see him be in more matches before he got to the point of him, possibly even winning the world title. After Chris Jericho cheats and hits Bandito with a baseball bat after we had interference with a learning tree and Gravity coming out there to be Captain Saberho for his brother, we had Chris Jericho win. However, Aubrey was out there from keeping Brian Keith and Gravity from fighting, and she goes over to Bandito's mom and sister to see what they fussing about, and they tell her that Chris Jericho hit a baseball bat that he used to hit Bandito. Then Aubrey goes to go check, and she sees the bat. And Bryce, who's the referee of the actual match, is just like, what? What happened? Then they talk amongst each other. Neither of them saw this happen. They're just taking the word of Bandito's mama and sister. And then he decides to restart the match. And with like 2 moves, Bandito ends up winning the world title. I'm bored. All this drama for what? And then the whole family don't come in the ring and they're hugging it. What y'all hugging about? I would not even be proud of this. Whoever idea this was, there's nothing entertaining with this. Like, this wasn't even a good little story to tell to wrap this whole little title reign up with Chris Jericho. I don't even think this was good at all. The match was definitely one of the worst on the card, but the outcome itself with this Chris Jericho losing the title should be just enough to make everybody feel good. But with the way how they had that whole thing played out, nobody even gave a fuck at that point. TNT title match. Adam Cole versus Daniel Garcia. This is one of the ones I definitely was not looking forward to, but I tried to give it a chance. And to be honest, they don't have great chemistry with each other, I don't think. Throughout this entire match, Adam Cole is holding on to that fragile ankle of his, and I was just like, I didn't like that they played on that. Is that something we're going to continue to play on? That you've been that your leg been fucked up or whatever, and you had to take time out the ring? Or how much longer are we going to keep going with this thing here, Adam? Like, I don't know. For me, I don't think the chemistry was great. The storyline is, I won't even call it a storyline. I don't see what story was being told here. But by the time they got in the ring again for this match, I just felt like whoever wins it, whatever, let's just move on. And Adam Cole ends up taking the win. And honestly, I don't know if I would have had Adam win over Daniel Garcia. I'm going to say this. Daniel Garcia, one of these young guys who was really great in the ring. And for me to say that I didn't like this is me saying a lot about Adam Cole. Adam Cole wins the TNT title, but I also do not feel like he's in the position to be holding a singles title. Had this been trios and he had 2 other guys to back him up, whatever. Even tag, he had another guy to back him up, fine. But a singles title, I feel like we're going to go from one boring title reign to another. International Championship title on the line. Kenneth, by God, Omega against Mike Bailey and Ricochet. Best match of the night. Best match of the night. Why they toe it up? Let me just say, like, I was just like, everybody in here are great, but how well are they going to do in a triple threat situation? And they did amazing. Mike Bailey, if we don't see him for like 2 weeks or 3, I wouldn't be surprised. That leg, that knee is cooked after this match. I know it. Everything was just damn near perfect. And they told a really great story here. Ricochet kind of like, let me let these 2 motherfuckers beat the shit out of each other. I'll know when to come in type of situation. And I just felt like everything played out exactly what you need when it comes to a triple threat match. By no means necessary am I saying that I believed, or maybe anyone believed, that Ricochet or Mike Bailey was going to win. But I felt like there were times where maybe, just maybe, you might believe that they might have been able to take a win over Kenny Omega. Kenny pins Ricochet, like I've been saying. Ricochet was the fall guy for them to have this match with Mike Bailey without him having to be the one to catch the L, which I guess makes sense. But don't count Ricochet out. He has been doing such an amazing job since he's been in AEW. I don't think he's necessarily getting enough credit for the fans for what he's been able to accomplish since he's been in AEW. Absolute best match of the night. AEW World Title on the line. Jon Moxley versus Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland has his Static Shock inspired gear on, which was cute. It was cute. The match is on a smaller pace. Y'all know Moxley is a brawler type. He's not gonna give y'all what y'all just seen with the International Championship. Maybe the order of the matches is another thing too. While that's not bad, maybe having a pace like the International Championship before the World Title is a huge change of pacing. So maybe people felt like it died down a bit, and maybe it did. It was real close to midnight over in the East Coast. Everybody tired as hell. The kids gotta go to school. Everybody gotta work. Tony Khan, it was really late by the time they ended the show. Moxley had a response for everything that Swerve had to do. And to be honest, I don't know if I felt like Swerve even truly had a chance. But what I was hoping for was a straight up fair fight between the two of them. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. Marina getting involved at first. And then even at some point, after like 2 or 3 ref bumps to the referee, and the referee is damn near dead, even Hangman came out there. Hangman, at first I was just like, did we really need you to be out here? But he comes on out there, and Death Riders are just like, you're not just gonna come out here and just help Swerve win. And they come out there and things get crazy. The lights turn off, and I'm just like, somebody is coming back. Who the fuck is coming back? The Young Bucks. The Young Bucks came back and attacked Swerve. And that helped Moxley retain. What the fuck the Young Bucks got going on with the Death Riders for them to be helping the Death Riders? Am I missing something? I'm gonna have to look back at that. I don't even want to make sense out of the situation. This completely takes Swerve out the situation in terms of being in the main event at All In. That's one. And it almost, which I'm sure it will, remove Hangman out of the situation. And who all else is left to be the one to dethrone Moxley at All In? Let's just guess. Just guess. Will Ospreay. That's the only thing that is possible at this point. So now what we're going to get? Swerve teaming up with Hangman to go against the Young Bucks? I don't care about that. We wanted to see Swerve and Hangman again. These two motherfuckers going at it. And then the title being on the line at World's End in Texas. That's what we wanted. And instead, they're giving us everything that we didn't even ask for. The Young Bucks return. And heel or not, nobody cared. Nobody cared because everybody was more concerned about Moxley just being dethroned, and it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. A really cool spot that they had was them being on top of a ladder right over the announce table. Swerve hits him with a Swerve stomp while they were standing on the ladder onto the announce table, which was pretty cool. The match, it's not that the match was bad. It's just that all this foolishness, the drama and everything that's going on with it, that type of stuff be killing the vibe of things. And for me, I was just like, I couldn't even, while I'm not mad about Moxley retaining per se, all the other foolishness that happened is just like, holy shit, like all the fantasy booking that so many people has been having up until this point is out the window. Is out the window. And the door is just wide open for William Ospreay to win. Don't even think about Darby Allin. Darby Allin going to Mount Everest in about a week or two. Whatever date that they said, we're not even worried about him. So William has to be the one to take the title off of Jon Moxley and then taking it on over to Wheeler Yuta. Not Wheeler Yuta. Taking it on to, what's the show in the UK? Forbidden Door. There we go. Forbidden Door. They'll take it over to Forbidden Door to the UK and go home with the title. All that shit just makes sense. And honestly, this is not what I was hoping for. Overall, a lot of predictability. The drama I felt like was a little too much for some of the things that happened. I did like how the trios match ended. Everything else was alright. International Championship match was just absolutely beautiful. The trios match from the pre-show was absolutely beautiful. Everything else is, alright. William and Kevin, they did top it up too. Other than that, it was just okay. Double or Nothing, we got to bring it a little bit harder, I think. And then All In will be after that in July. So we got a little bit of time to see how things shape up. Hopefully I'm wrong about my predictions in terms of where All In is going. I really want it to be Swerve and Hangman again at All In Texas. And unfortunately, we just don't get what we want. You guys, thanks for watching my review. I'll be back on Wednesday with Dynamite. See you guys then. Bye.